Hello. We just came from watching Star Wars. Oh, it's gonna be backwards, but we just watched the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie and you're gonna watch this video, don't watch it because we're gonna talk spoilers, right?
Yes.
Everything that happens.
And we made a video of what do we make?
A reaction.
Just a reaction. So no spoilers or anything that you can watch. But this one, what did you think of it? Did you like it?
Yes. I would rate it like a 9 out of 10.
Did you like it more than The Force Awakens?
Yes, I did like it.
You did.
Why?
Well, because first of all, I get to see Yoda.
Yeah, you see
And
Yoda.
I like that red planet.
Oh yeah, the last one.
Yeah, and it's funny.
It's funny. So something that I didn't really like about the movie was some of the jokes that they did. I felt there was sometimes out of place and forced, but some of them were really funny.
I didn't like. I like the one where he just threw the lightsaber. I found that really funny. I thought it was a good intro when he was making jokes, but thinking back on it, maybe it was a little out of place because the beginning part was so serious and so good, and it got me excited watching it. Yeah. Like, oh yes, as they had the battle and he's flying in, and it was a really good start to the movie, I thought.
Yeah, the beginning of it I really liked when Poe was taking down all the cannons. That was like an awesome scene
it's just
to start with.
When I first saw it, I like when Luke and Kylo Ren were fighting, I thought it was the real Luke, not the Force Luke.
Oh, at the end.
Oh, we're talking about the
end.
At the end.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the end, but we're not there yet.
Okay.
All right.
Hold that thought.
When we see, so Princess Leia dies. So she blows up, and it's something that we saw in the trailers that you think Kylo Ren is actually going to kill her, and it's not him that does it. So that for that moment, you kind of see he is still struggling with the light. It was really cool how she gets sucked out into space, but I hated how everything looked after that.
I think they would have been okay just letting her die in that moment,
or somebody rescues her.
Because even when she came back, she wasn't really doing much contribution into the movie. After that point, she wasn't really taking a true leadership role and didn't
really see her walk at all.
Didn't see her doing much. I thought the use of her using the Force to come back was a bit cheesy, and I really didn't like it.
I like how she blows up.
Yeah.
And I really thought I did think she's dead. I really thought I did fall for all the baits the movie had. Like Leia's dead, and then is Kylo gonna be good?
Is Rey gonna go bad?
Is Rey gonna go bad?
What did you think? I thought
so.
You fell for it.
Laura Dern, I thought she was gonna be a bad person.
Yes.
With the purple hair. She comes in after Leia dies, and Leia is recovering, and I thought she has a different agenda. I thought maybe they're not being tracked through the light years or the speed or whatever, when they go really fast. I thought she's the one that's telling them where they're going or sending the coordinates. So I fell for that. Did you?
I just didn't know how they would track the ship.
Yeah, that is true.
Because I didn't see them put a tracker.
I think that's a different thing. But I did like how Laura Dern, at the end of the movie, splits the ship in half.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool.
Really cool.
Like the silence, and then the silence is delayed because that's how sound travels in space. It's like
a delay of sound. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it sounds in space, but
me either.
But it's slower. What did you think about like Kylo Ren and Rey having conversations and having this connection? Because they had a good connection.
I think that Kylo Ren was going to go back to, that Kylo Ren was going to be good,
Yeah.
or that Rey was going to be bad because she might think that Luke was the one who caused it.
It could be.
I think it was a really strong point of the movie. I think it was really powerful, but I liked that they have that connection because then it leaves you wondering. And I thought maybe Rey's gonna go to the dark side, and what a twist that would be. Or Kylo Ren's gonna go to the good side, and they're both gonna fight Snoke. I guess I wasn't suspecting them to kind of diverge after killing Snoke.
Yeah.
I thought they would both be on the same side, and I was kind of rooting for that.
But that was kind of cool. So we see Snoke is just sitting down, and Kylo Ren moves the lightsaber and like splits him in half. So for that specific scene where they're teaming up together, Kylo Ren and Rey, and they're fighting these red guards, ninjas, whatever. That was really cool. I think it was like, besides Darth Vader coming back in Rogue One at the end, that part was amazing. Them fighting was really, really cool.
But I didn't like how they killed Snoke. Oh, he's in his mind and everything, but he can't tell that he's, turning this lightsaber and gonna kill him, and he can't see that when he's supposed to be so powerful.
Yeah.
And the death of Snoke, I think, also raises another question. I think Snoke was very, very, very powerful, and you don't see Kylo Ren match that type of power. So
and then all of a sudden it's like boop.
So you gotta wonder, will Kylo Ren be able to match that level of the Force and having the abilities that Snoke had? Because I don't see that he has that strength inside of him now.
You know what? I think in Episode 9 we're probably gonna see Kylo Ren face a little bit more disfigured. Yeah, because you see how every evil progresses, and maybe he starts shooting lightning out of his hands too. I don't know. Maybe he becomes a lot more powerful because he's a spoiled kid. He's really just a spoiled brat, and he's full of anger, and he's not thinking.
And I was waiting through the whole movie for him to kill Princess Leia. I thought that was going to be a definite part of the movie, especially since she passed away in real life. I thought that was going to happen, and I kept waiting for it to happen, and it never did.
I just don't
or at least that confrontation between them.
Yeah.
And they had it a little bit, and he had the opportunity to kill her, and he chose not to.
Yeah, he did.
In the beginning
it wasn't
scene.
him. Yeah.
But
how about Captain Phasma? So Captain Phasma finally comes back. I think Captain Phasma is a lot like Boba Fett.
I just don't.
It's like a very cool character, and then she comes back like halfway through the movie,
and dies.
She dies. And I didn't. Her helmet is cracked. You can see her eye.
But what if she survived?
I don't think she survived because I think she probably fell into a ball of fire in space.
Probably.
I think it would have been cool to have her with Kylo Ren in the next movie.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wish that I would have seen a little bit more of Captain Phasma.
What do you think?
Yeah, she was not used a lot.
I don't think that was really good. But the closing scene was really, really... Oh, no, before we go into that, Yoda comes back.
Yep.
And he turns into like this evil little Chucky that blows up the forest tree. But I think he knows that the books aren't there anymore. So
yeah, so Rey stole the books. Well, yeah.
That you see in the end, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, when Finn opens the drawer.
But I also think that Yoda burning the tree was to kind of show you that the tree and the books is not necessarily what dictates the Force.
Yeah.
It really does. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. It's what's inside of you. And I think that's the point that he was really trying to drive home with that scene.
Yeah, I think so too. Because then now Rey is on her own. There's no more Jedi. As at the end scene, we see Luke Skywalker uses all his energy and all his force, and then basically just dies and disappears into Jedi heaven, and he's gone. But that scene was really cool when Kylo Ren sees him shooting everything that he has, and he just comes out and he's doing this, and he has like no dust on his shirt. There's no dust, and when they're both about to fight, you see he's moving his feet, but you don't see
dust
dust from
yeah,
Luke. So
The red in the sand.
the red or anything. So that was really cool, and I did think for a moment there Kylo Ren killed him, but he didn't. So
that would have been like the worst fight.
I really liked it. So my favorite things were all the new characters, like all the new creatures. I really liked the little chicken things that
birds.
Chewbacca,
You didn't
Chewbacca
like 'em?
had.
No.
I liked them. I definitely had issues with the villains. I don't know if I really liked all the conflict that Kylo Ren had, because we saw a lot of that in 7.
I just don't like how there's like not a lot of villains.
You wanted more villains.
Yeah, kind of.
I think they could have introduced Phasma earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I would have liked to see them
Stronger,
together.
stronger role.
I think Kylo Ren with his struggle, it's getting a little old. Hopefully they'll move past that in the next one,
Yeah.
and really just show his strength and his power, and that he's just really bad. But I don't know if they'll ever get to that point.
Yeah, I think on episode 9, well, now all of the original, the Skywalkers, Han Solo is dead. It's only Chewbacca, R2-D2, 3CPO that are left, and I think Princess Leia is probably just gonna die in the scroll. At the beginning of the scroll, they might mention she just passed. And and now years later, Rey found these little Jedi kids that were slaves or something, and she's training them. And
But there's probably gonna be always one kid that portrays.
yeah, maybe then maybe because we heard that Daisy Ridley's not coming back after 9, so.
So I have a question for you guys. The final scene where they go back to I don't know the name of the island, but where the casino is, and they have the kid Jedi.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about the final scene ending that way?
Well, I think that kid is going to be a Jedi.
Well, yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's gonna be a Jedi because he has the ring.
But did
that
you like
Rose-
that part, or?
Yes, I think that was pretty cool, like the Millennium Falcon going at the light speed and him just like holding the broom.
Well, I
pretending
also
like it's a lightsaber.
I think it's just taking into what's gonna happen in the new one, and I like how he's holding the broom and it just looks like a lightsaber. You know, I mean that's kind of hitting you over the head a bit much, but it was really cool. So
I
we
liked
know what's
it.
coming. We know what's coming. We know there's
Yeah,
gonna be more Jedi
I like
kids.
that part because throughout the movie there was subtle hints about how they're losing hope and the people are losing hope, and then at the final scene where he is sharing the story of the final battle with Skywalker, and then he's pushed outside and you see that he's a Jedi, and then you see that he has the ring. I think it just drives the point home that hope is restored in the galaxy, and people now believe, and the rebels are gonna grow in strength because there is that renewed sense of hope for the next one.
Like there's like a little spark.
Yeah, they use the spark a lot in the movie. And I just, another thing that I really like that I found out today is that the scene where Rey and Kylo are sitting down in that little hut and they're like touching hands, and Luke Skywalker walks in and he like blows the entire thing up. That was practical effects, so that means there was maybe there was little CG in the background or something, but that's the actual building, and they had one shot and then you see the building just go behind the actors. And I thought that was pretty cool, because something that Star Wars has different than other movies is that they do use a lot of CG, but the fact that you saw Yoda was also a real puppet, and you see a lot of the things are practical effects instead of just having a lot of relying on CG that sometimes just makes it look very fake. So that's something that I really liked about the movie, and can't wait for 9 and the Han Solo movie coming out. Did you like it?
Yes.
You should go watch it.
I liked it.
You should go watch it.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for
Subscribe.
watching.
Like and subscribe.